What's up? Welcome to the Gossip Intellectual with me, comedian Royce Wynn, talking everything gossip, entertainment, news, sports. I'm doing pretty good. It's Friday. Happy to be doing a podcast. Privilege to be doing a podcast. What type of life is that? That's an American life. You guys just wake up, you do podcasts, and you live. Your life is a game. You just play. So yeah, man, loving where I'm at, right? Having fun, exploring, getting better, taking chances, figuring it out, right? That's what being alive is. Being alive is waking up and feeling like there's something new on the horizon, feeling like there's just new challenges, new things that you want to do, which is great. Our generation's a little bit different, 40 is your prime, right? You're not dumb anymore, okay? You've made all your mistakes. You did that stupid relationship, right? You made those bad investments, all right? 40, you have the wisdom, the knowledge, but you still look good. You're still sexy. Right? You still have energy. Energy is more important than anything. When people talk about youth and the advantage of youth, it's the energy, man. Energy is important in life. You can get through life with just energy. Flavor Flav, whole career off of energy. We don't know what Flavor Flav knows. All we know is he's got good energy. Right? So you get good energy, you could go places. So, it's fun. It's a new 40, right? Like, I think the older generation is 40, a little bit more serious, a little bit more reserved. And there was some good things that came with that, right? I have that side of me that I received from them. But our 40 is a little bit more hip, okay? We're in tune, right? Future's 40, okay? Drake is damn near 40. Kendrick Lamar is damn near 40, okay? We still dressing hip. We're still partying. I do enjoy a good brunch, though. I do enjoy a good day party with some cards and some liquor. So enjoy your 40s, okay? Have a good time. Enjoy the wisdom you have. You have the work ethic. You have the confidence. I think I said this last time. You have that baseline confidence. It's just, I made it to 40. I know what I'm doing a little bit now. A little bit, So that's fun. You want to do fun respectfully, okay? You don't go too much into the pleasure, okay? You got to have a balance in life. Work, and then you have your pleasure, okay? Work and pleasure. For me, the pleasure always feels good after work. If it's just pleasure, I'm not working, I feel undeservingly. You get imposter syndrome, right? That's what privileged kids, right? Celebrity. Well, yeah, celebrities too. Celebrities too. Diddy. Diddy has been denied bail. He's in jail in Brooklyn. He's trying to get to New Jersey. All right, officially proven Brooklyn is tougher than New Jersey. Okay, if anybody else thought, okay, now, since he's trying to get to New Jersey, you might have beat us on food. Okay? Because he's trying to get to Jersey. He was like, I want to go to the Jersey prison, where maybe the pizza's better in the Jersey prison. Okay, maybe they have better fries. Everything's just... Anyway, he's trying to get to Jersey. He's in... Brooklyn, and people are saying this is like one of the worst prisons, MDW or something like that. So we'll see. Now, they said they put him on suicide watch, and everybody's like, oh, it's about to be over. It's about to be over, which is not what we want. I mean, you never want to see that. He's being accused of some pretty heinous things. And so you have a little less empathy, but at the end of the day, a loss of life is never great. We just got finished talking about the joys of life, the great things about life. You never know what's gonna happen, right? I've done the tarot card readings, and it's just like, it might happen, it might not. But if I knew exactly what was gonna happen, that wouldn't be any fun. What's the point? Right? Every day is different, especially when you live in New York City. Every day is different. You just don't know what's gonna happen. I live a life where I'm around. I move around the city a lot, and I don't know what's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna do something crazy. So anyway, back to Diddy. So this morning, his lawyer said he's perfectly fine. Okay, that's just protocol. You're a high-profile person. They got to put you on suicide watch. But he's in good spirits, and he said they spent 6 hours together, which I'm like, 6 hours where? So he got to be outside of his jail for 6 hours with his lawyer. Did he do a podcast with his lawyer just so he don't have to go back to his cell? So tell me about your kids. We already know about the case. Let's just keep talking to me. I don't want to go back in there. It's a good strategy. So we'll see how this Diddy case goes along, man. Like I said, it's going to be an explosive 2024. We're just getting started. People are going to get exposed. He's going to do whatever he can to try to get out. He's going to say whatever he can to try to get out. So, and the feds have videotape. So that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for those videotapes to drop. Like the last time I waited for a video to drop like this was Michael Jackson when I was a kid. Remember Michael Jackson? Beyonce used to have kind of like video drops too for women. I didn't wait for Beyonce. But the women Beyonce fans, or I'm not a Bayhive, but I love Beyonce, but I wasn't waiting for her videos to drop. But this is how I'm waiting for these freak off videos to drop, because I want to know what was going on. Who was at these parties? How freaky did... So, I want to know what everybody else wants to know. Like, how freaky did these parties get? If I sound better, it's because I just realized we had some technical issues. It happens, right? So yeah, what celebrities are gonna get exposed? They're gonna put you to the fire. They're gonna make people talk. Okay, so it's either talk or get exposed. Okay. Now, what I have to say about this is, I'm saying, just talk. And let them find out that it's okay to be a little freaky. We are in a freaky time. Okay, these are freaky times. All right? I mean, adult websites, porno websites, they're everywhere. Okay, we're going to talk about somebody else who likes to have a freaky time. So it's just like, I don't think anybody is going to judge you now. I don't know how freaky things got. Like Diddy is a freaky dude. Okay, they said he had it so where he could watch it remotely. I said this before. I'm like, I don't understand how he got any work done. And I'm like, this is why Bad Boy became mediocre, because he got so focused on the freak offs that he couldn't even do his job. It's crazy because he was sitting down with Ray Dalio, however he says his last name. And you're like, okay, Diddy is a focus individual. And I'm like, oh, when he said nobody goes as hard as him, he was talking about freak offs. He was talking about freak offs the whole time. He was like, I just want better freak offs. It's basically what I want to do. I want my people to perform better. But it's wild, man. I think he's guilty. I think he was doing some evil stuff. It's just too much that's already came out. I was talking to somebody earlier, and it's just like, from what I've seen, I don't think anybody's making this up. No, a couple people are trying to get money out of it, but it's just like we talked about that before. That's just a form of justice to me. Shine came out. Okay, I saw like half an interview. Everybody's doing their reactions. You can't even get the original video anymore. But basically he said, you know, Diddy didn't do anything to help him. Basically sent him to jail. First of all, it's hilarious that Shine all of a sudden has the strongest Belize accent. He sent me to jail, and I don't find happiness in it. It's like, what happened to Shine that sounded like Biggie? All of a sudden his voice is super high. And I'm going to pray for Diddy, and you know, as a member of Belize, we don't believe in being cool to people, and I wish him the best. What happened to what happened to that, Sean? You want to talk about accents? Shine got Kamala beat by a mile. So yeah, we're gonna watch it play out. You know, his lawyer talks to the press a lot. I get what he's trying to do. He's trying to turn the press, the narrative in Diddy's favor, but you know, he's making mistakes. I mean, he tried to play down the thing with Cassie, so the feds went and said, no, that was a freak off session where he was trying to pressure Cassie into a situation. And he was just like, it was a 10-year relationship, and, you know, it was just toxic. It's like, it was more than toxic. It was dangerous. Okay. She was trying to get away, right? The man was blowing up people's cars, okay? That's more than a little toxic. We all been a little bit of toxic is arguments. Okay? Also, did you see that story the other day where the lady hit the man with a car? I'm just like, women are crazy. Once you get a relationship with a woman, they get a little crazy. All right. So, we'll see what happens with Diddy, man. He's releasing all statements through his lawyer. I don't know if he could talk to the press, but you know, both the bails got denied. All right, they said the second judge was less tolerant of Diddy's request than before. Yeah, you can't. The night before, you can't get found with pink cocaine in your room before you're about to go talk to a judge, okay? Most likely, you're not going to get bail after that, all right? I just got to get one sip of water real quick. Mouth is getting dry. That's unserious. You are not a serious person. So that's why everybody was just like, the suicide thing seems believable. It's just like the man can't not be under the influence. He can't be sober for 24 hours. So it's just like he must be itching and freaking out. And there, remember the dude got caught trying to hand Young Thug something? Young Thug was like, oh. By the way, the most elementary way of getting narcotics into a jail or jail prisoner, just walk by him. Here you go. Young Thug was like, I don't know him. I don't know him. So yeah, Diddy has plenty of resources. The reason they did send him to jail a day earlier than he thought was because his plane just arrived. They was like, oh, plane's coming to town? You coming tonight. Tonight, sir! So Diddy's a freaky man. A lot of freakiness going on. Let's get into Mark Robbins. So the reason why I respect Diddy is because at least he was a little bit open about the fact that he was a fan, a freaky ass. He likes to party. You know Diddy likes to party. Diddy is open about the fact that he likes to party. The rest of y'all fans are out here pretending like y'all are living this uprighteous life. And y'all are fans, Mark Robinson. Okay? He's found on multiple websites making lewd, freaky comments, okay, calling himself a black Nazi. All right, he's on Ashley Madison sites, was just like, are you married? Aren't you married? Okay. On top of that, he's been going hard against the trans, and that's what he likes to watch. He likes to watch trans stuff. That's what he said. Okay. So first thing I thought was Dave Chappelle is an amazing visionary, because this is Clayton Bigsby in the Flash. In present times, Dave Chappelle's show was 20 years ago. Now this guy, he's a much bigger version than Clayton Bigsby. This is the Nutty Professor version of Clayton Bigsby. This guy's insane. Okay? How freaky are you? And it comes from suppression. Okay? All these people living these righteous lives are suppressing their freaky nature, and then they take it too far. Okay? It's like the preacher's child, the government kid's child, right? When they get out into the real world, they go buck wild, and they doing orgies because they never went to a party in high school. That's who these people are. Be who you really are. Come to the liberal side. We let you party on the liberal side with whoever you want to party with. Okay? But don't try to pretend like you're this righteous conservative dude trying to hurt people with laws and, commentary speeches, verbally bashing what you really like in the closet. You really like that. Okay? It's always like that, too. It's always the people going hardest at something is what they are. Right? The dude in high school bullying gay dudes, really gay. Really likes gay dudes. Same thing. Okay? This guy, some of the comments, he writing whole paragraphs. I just got done with my wife and the cream is coming out. I had a good session with her. It's just like, whoa. Mark, why are you so freaky? Okay, so he's nothing like Martin Luther King. Okay. MLK would never be on websites getting freaky. Okay? I don't care what y'all say. Trump said he's the MLK on steroids. Right? Ridiculous thing to say. All right? And then somebody brought up, I'm glad they brought that up, about how he said he had more bigger rallies than MLK. All right? So you disrespected MLK twice. All right? First of all, you said you had biggest rallies as him. First of all, MLK didn't have rallies. All right, he was trying to bring people together. You are a cult. And second of all, you're comparing him to a fat, freaky ass man that's on all types of websites. And of course, Mark is denying it. He said it's a digital lynching. Compared himself to Clarence Thomas. Not the best reference to compare yourself to. And I'm like, Mark, the story's on CNN. Okay, this is not one of y'all Haitian migrant stories. This is a real story online. They have sources. If they say the wrong thing, they will get sued. All right? They'll be out of business like Fox News. All right? People will lose jobs. Okay? They're not going to say something if it's not true. Okay, I was drinking water, and this big ass drop of water is on my shirt. A little embarrassing. But, Mark, I'm not as embarrassed as you are. Okay? So he's talking about you know me. We don't know you, Mark. Apparently we don't. Because apparently you like to get on website. Listen, I've never been in the comment section. All right? I comment to myself while I'm watching, you know. I'm not writing whole paragraphs. That's somebody who's in the life. Shout out to Van Lathan. When they talk about being in the life, that's when you're deep into it, with a point where you in the comments section, you're part of the community. You got a subscription, you paying for stuff. And shout out to sex workers. It's a hard job that doesn't get respect. Nobody wants to admit that they're on those websites, even though it's $1 billion industry. Everybody's watching. And I understand that. Nobody's going to, bring up that at a dinner party when you first meet somebody. So you do want to have some discretion of what you're doing. But those people deserve to be paid. It's work. It's hard. They're very good at it. And they're kind of ruining society because people think their lives are going to be like that. No, these are professionals. Okay. All right. Who trained and practice and deliver you a product so you can feel better about yourself or, escape whatever is going on in your life. Now, Mark was running from himself, and he was on these websites deep in it. Also, bringing up slavery and that he's a black Nazi. Mark is a demented. Mark got some demons. Okay, Mark got a lot of demons. You know what he is? He's running for governor of North Carolina. He is a government version of like a druggie or a sex worker when you're just running from something in your life. And he ran the government. He was like, if I become governor and I become conservative, I could run from who I can hide from who I really am. And like I said on a podcast or two ago, the demons always come up. You can't run from it. Okay? You got to deal with yourself. You got to govern yourself, Mark. All right? So all this freaky ass stuff you're going to. By the way, it wasn't in the past. He's still a freaky ass man. Okay? He's still a fan. Okay? I don't know what he's doing or how he's doing it, but he's still doing it. Okay? Him, Doc Rivers, Beyonce's mom's husband, Richard Lawson, they're all just freaky ass men. Okay? On these websites, commenting. All right? So, this is great. Things couldn't be any better. I just saw somewhere it's just like people discount the fact that a lot of people didn't vote for Florida, so the Democrats might get Florida. Marky Mark's down. We might be able to flip North Carolina. North Carolina's kind of like 50-50 from what I remember. So, thank you, Mark. Okay. So, some people are like, keep him in the race because the negative press is just going to help the Democrats and the left. And we'll take it, man. Nude Africa. So that's weird. So he wants to bring slavery back. He's a black Nazi, but he's on the nude African side. Like, Mark is a very confused man. Okay. A big ass freaky man. We gotta look at the Mark's past. That's a lot of pent up freakiness. I realize my freak level is nowhere close to people out here. it's high levels of freak out here. Okay? I don't want to talk about me anymore, but it's just high levels of freak out here. So I think Mark, like, Diddy's a 10. Okay, when they're just like, how freaky are you? I'm Diddy level freaky. Okay, you on 10. Okay, so if you talking to a girl and I'm like, how freaky are you? And she's like, I'm Diddy. You know what? Keep that to yourself. I hope you find somebody who's on Diddy. Mark is like a 6 or a 7. Like, how freaky are you? I'm Mark Robinson level of freak. All right, so we got Diddy as the highest. We got Mark somewhere in the middle. So there's Mark Robinson and there's Diddy. Okay, more fans are gonna come out. Okay, when these videos drop of Diddy, Who is Adam? Cuba Gooding Jr. I think is a freaky dude, right? He's a wild dude. He's walking around drunk, getting arrested. I think he's a freaky dude. Okay, so that's politics. Yeah. So this is good for Kamala. Let's talk about Oprah hosted damn near Oprah Winfrey show for Kamala Harris. So Oprah Winfrey, a queen stepped up for a queen. Had I don't know what you call it, like a fundraising, I guess, for Kamala Harris. Basically, it was the Oprah Winfrey show with special guest Kamala Harris, and we're gonna get you across the finish line. All types of celebrities came out: Meryl Streep, J-Lo, and some others, and just get into her words out there of what she's trying to do as president, hearing other people's stories, some of the people from some of the like stories of just how her policies would help people. Some of the people that were there at the DNC that told their story were also on the Oprah Winfrey thing. Oprah going Oprah. Okay. Just beautifully putting together words and encouraging people on why they should be with Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris talked about, what her policies are and why you should vote for her. And I think they did it the Oprah Winfrey style, right? So it was like Oprah Winfrey running for president with Kamala Harris. And they talk to the people. Oprah likes to get to the people. And so people are asking questions. Kamala is answering them unless it's about immigration. So now we found out Kamala packs that thing. Okay, that's one of the big sound bites that came out of it. She's like, if you come in my house, you will get shot. I do own a gun. Oprah was like, okay. Right? You know what? Maybe I shouldn't have said that. My people will handle that. Listen, I respect Kamala Harris. She is an intelligent, brilliant woman. I'm also somewhat attracted to Kamala Harris. She gives good speeches. She's a confident woman, cutie. She could dress her ass off, and she will shoot you. I mean, I'm just like, president, like, are you on the dating websites? Is Doug treating you right? Because I'm available. Okay, I'm out here. What sites are you on? No, but great thing that they had, and celebrity endorsements. Did I say J-Lo? J-Lo's big endorsement. So good press for J-Lo. She's been getting killed lately. Also good for her to find something else to do besides being in a relationship and making TVs and movies. Do something else, J-Lo. Stop trying to be 25 online and be an adult. Endorse Kamala. You don't got to be hip all the time. Be demure. Demure. I can never say that. All right. So yeah. Listen to a little bit of it. And, she's just reinforcing everything she says. You have to keep saying it over and over into it. Excuse me. Gets into people's heads, building up the middle class. The big thing was the $50,000 tax credit, I think, or tax cut if you're a small business owner. I think it was $25,000 to help people buy their first house. So that speaks to my generation. Like 45 and under, it's just like, man, how are we going to get this house and get our life started to get my dog, have a baby, have a room for the baby to grow up in. Okay? And a lot of us, we're entrepreneurs. Now, a lot of us are are starting our businesses online. So, but you know, there's all types of people out here, talented people that not everybody fits in the corporate America. I definitely don't. I'm institutionalized. I've been in bars talking dirty for a while now. I'm like, I can't. I shouldn't even be around regular people. Okay. I get nervous when I'm around kids. I'm like, how do you talk as a regular adult again? 'Cause I don't want y'all repeating anything I say. Okay. I have a dirty mouth. Which I don't know if that's bad or good. Okay. I am free. There is a freedom to that lifestyle. Why am I talking about me again? But not everybody's like that. Not everybody is a dirty talking comedian. So some people in corporate America, entrepreneurs. Some people want to be entrepreneurs. Just because you're an entrepreneur doesn't mean you have to be a dirty free spirit like me. That's comedy. It's a wild life. But yeah, people need help, man. Give them a little boost. Okay, she's basically saying if Trump does this, the only boost he's going to give is to rich corporations and people. Everything he does doesn't make sense, and so she broke down how basically if Trump gets elected, we'll be in another recession in a year, which I believe. Right? Have any recessions happened under left presidents, Democratic presidents? A couple have happened under right presidents. I wonder how, because they gave all the money to the rich people. Okay. She said she's going to tackle price gouging. Okay. If something does happen, people won't take advantage of you and get rich while we're in an economic crisis. All right. So shout out to Oprah for giving that boost to Kamala and coming back out and doing the Oprah Winfrey show for Kamala Harris. Billie Eilish, I think, also endorsed Kamala. All the women celebrities are gonna go with Kamala, okay? Because of this thing called abortion. Pretty hard to get women to vote for you if you're taking away their rights. Okay, you gotta see life through other people's eyes sometimes. All right. Okay. So speaking of women's rights, Olivia Nuzzi and RFK Jr. having a little freaky times. Actually not, but that's what it sounds like. Okay, so Olivia Nuzzi and RFK Jr. were sexting. They said it was inappropriate text after she did a story on him in 2023. So apparently they went hiking together and they had a personal relationship, and she said she did not disclose that, so she had to step down. RFK Jr. said nothing ever happened, so we all know he's a credible source. But there was no sex, they said. Just some inappropriate texts, and obviously they're hiking together. Hiking is intimate. Okay? Now we know RFK Jr. loves the outdoors. He loves his animals. But hiking is intimate because there's a chance you guys could die together. Okay? You're putting your faith in this other person that if a bear or wolf comes along, you're going to do the right thing and you're going to save my life. Okay? Or you're not going to do anything to endanger my life. You're not going to push me in front of the bear. Okay? So that right there shows there's an intimate relationship. RFK Jr. be pulling them. I'm blown away that he's pulling. This girl is in her 30s. The man is in his 70s, or he's 70. I think she just turned 30. And it's just like, what type of game are you spitting with that voice? Would you like to go hiking with me? And she's like, yes. Decent career as a journalist. You fall for RFK Jr. Weird world that we're in. Okay. And he didn't even like the article. He said it was a hit piece. Okay. So what's he had a hit piece and then she had a hit piece. Okay. No, there was no sex. No sex. According to her. But that means it was 2023. I think he was married to the girl from Curb Your, or the lady from Curb Your Enthusiasm. I can't think of her name right now. So he's out here having side hustles. So I'm sure he's having to talk to his wife about that. He's been having to talk to his wife about a lot of things. But she knows who she married. She married a weirdo. So Olivia Nuzzi, there is a double standard. She is going to get demonized more than if it was a man writing an article about Cher or something. And, they found out him and Cher had a personal relationship. That guy would probably be celebrated. Okay. Including myself. I'd probably make jokes like, look at the dude pulling Cher. You got the greatest singer of all time. Now, Cher is a weirdo, but in a fun way. Not like RFK Jr. Yeah, just always want to throw that out there. There is a double standard. Women will be demonized more for their relationship mistakes. Fannie Willis, is that how you say her name? And I don't know. Whoever else. All the women that were at the freak offs with Diddy when their stories comes out, it's gonna be crazy. Kamala Harris, her past dating life, people act like, she's out here just doing whatever. So that's how it goes. That won't change. But Olivia Nuzzi is embarrassed. RFK Jr. is still gonna be RFK Jr. after this. So that's a fun little story. I was thinking with all the stories today, I just should have a race and sex podcast because that's all the news stories is. It's just a sexually salacious sex story, or it's a race story. So we got a race story now. Okay, James and Fuhad of the Jits and Giggles podcast went on Andrew Schulz and or not Andrew Schulz, Flagrant 2 podcast, and Andrew Schulz made a joke about black women, and basically they were talking about the black eye effect, which is a big thing on TikTok about how white men, get the buzz cuts, just look different when they're dating black women. And then Andrew Schulz made a joke like, they're scared to get in the beard for protection. They're scared of getting slapped. And something else. Okay, basically going on the trope that black women are these angry, mean people just verbally beating down men and physically beating down men. So obviously, black women are going to take offense to that. One, this is somebody outside of our culture talking about how our women are, which, first of all, it's just a tired negative stereotype. I said this before. I do think sometimes Andrew leans on stereotypes and tropes to make jokes. He's better than that. It's a New York comic. New York comics are in your face. We do tell it like it is. But we also pride ourselves on being good writers here. So I thought it was an easy joke, and that's why you're getting backlash for it, I think, because it's just a lazy, offensive joke. And we're past that. All right? Go back to the 80s if you want to use stereotypes to be funny. So especially him, who likes, I mean, comics in general have kind of this like certain comic genes. All right, there's a social justice gene. There's a history gene. There's a curiosity. There's a question head. So somebody like him that likes to talk about history and culture, you would think he would have a more nuanced perspective on it. Obviously, there's all types of black women. Okay, I go on TikTok, I see black women with parrots on their shoulder. Okay, there's black women that are shy. Okay, there's black women that have anxiety. Okay, not every black woman is just berating you and slapping you in the face. Okay, there's the leaders. All right, there's a strong black woman. Also, strong black woman does not mean violent black woman. We just talked about Kamala Harris. Well, she does have guns, but you know what I mean. Kamala Harris does not look like she's smacking people. Oprah has never smacked anybody. Okay, but still a powerful leader woman. Okay, Michelle Obama does not come off like she's smacking Barack Obama in the head. Okay. So they laughed. It was a big laugh too. It was like type of laugh. So people are mad at all three of them. Now James and Fuhad are from the UK. They came here to show love to their community. They came here to make money. Okay. They came here to get their podcast bigger and to do other podcasts and meet with people. I didn't like the interview. From the beginning, it just seemed... I know a lot of black people have had this experience where you might meet a white person in high school, college, or a new job, and they're just exploring the black world through you. And it's like, I am not your fucking black, translator of representation. There's all types of black people. Now, I give it to them. These guys, I think one was Nigerian. I forgot what the other one. He said he's mixed, like Irish and some other type of black. And they're from the UK. So it's just like, it's a different culture in the UK. But the way he went about it, it just seemed like elementary into like exploration into so what's it like to be you? It's just like, just talk to me like a person. That stuff will come up. Okay, it was like a weird bad bro day. And the questions were just very elementary into why people don't like Americans. Because, like, I used to do a show where the bartender was from Italy, and I would constantly watch people come in and say the same thing to him over and over again. So you're Italian, so like, is the pizza good over there? It's just like the most boring, bland, hack type of questions. But also, I just felt like, I don't know, Andrew Schulz, he had like a weird energy. He was saying it was more than that too. He said a lot of jokes. There was a point where Akash just kind of grabbed his shoulder, like, you need to pull it back and relax. And that specific joke, he could have made a little one, but he like really laid into it. So it seemed more behind it. It seemed like he was a little agitated that day. I don't know. Now I am projecting. I don't know. But it came off really bad. So James and Fuhad apologized. They said when you have fight or flight, you don't know what to do, man. Like, you could say what you would do in that situation. It's just like, if you're really about the culture and you're really about black women, then it's just like, your natural response wouldn't be to laugh. Like, when I was watching, I was just like, what? I'm not laughing at that. No. Right? By the way, when white people play like this, they know who to play with. Okay? He wouldn't play like that with Godfrey. He's not going to play like that with Dr. Umar. You're going to play like that with James and Fuhad. As one of the girls said, Bert and Ernie. um, so, yeah. And it doesn't... First of all, what they said was stupid. They were like, I would smack him in the face. Nobody is saying I would smack him in the face. It was just like, hey, we're not doing that. No. There's all types of black women. We're not going to paint the picture. That's all. Just, I'm not entertaining that. Let's move on. Right? So it just seemed like they were just a fish out of water and like a little intimidated. Like they felt like they couldn't speak up or say their piece. It's just like, hey, I forgot this. I forgot her last name. This comedian Jasmine, she put up a clip of what it's like to go on white woman podcast and how a white men podcast and how they just be like, it must be hard to date black women, huh? And then her response was like, do you even get black women? Because you seem to have a lot to say, but have you even dated a black woman? And then right after this happens, so shout out to her for that. I need to repost that if I find it. So yeah, I said this. They said they have a lot of black woman fans, which is ridiculous. Like, you know what keeps happening is people that annoy me that I block before they even get canceled always end up getting canceled. It's just like, why is this person popular? This person is annoying. I don't want them on my feed. And that's how I felt about James and Fuhad. Like, I wasn't impressed by them at all. They don't seem that interesting. They don't have to seem to have that much substance, which was proven. Okay. They just seem like young guys talking about dating and girls, and somehow they have 8.7 million followers or something. Crazy. So whatever. I guess UK girl. Well, you guys were into it until you found out they're lame, and now y'all are laying into them. So yeah, their apology was bad. It is our duty to protect y'all. And Andrew Schulz kind of got on them for that. And it's like, I mean, listen, I said this, it's a double standard. That's why somebody from outside of black culture can't talk about black culture that way. We're up against a lot. There's all types of stereotypes and tropes that are harmful and hurtful. And take yourself out of your privilege for a second and think about what it feels like to hear that about yourself and when you try to exist in the world. Okay. And yes, it was a joke, but it was just like, you knew what you were doing with that joke. A simple little, we're not entertaining that. We love black women. That's just a weird thing to say. It's not a duty to protect, but be proud of who you are. Yeah, you don't have to be Dr. Umar, but you also don't have to laugh at things that aren't true. I mean, he was laying on things. I don't like the black dick jokes. Okay, it's just enforcing also another stereotype that it's sexualizing the black man. I don't like that. I don't like cuckold porn. All right, we are more than just sexual objects. Okay, so he made a black dick joke. White comics are obsessed with black dicks, by the way. I'm like, yeah, you've been doing comedy a long time. You're in your 40s. Come on, you got kids. Why are we making black dick jokes? Just goes to punching down is easy. And I think people that are at a certain level in awareness and education Don't find that stuff funny. So that's where the backlash is coming. It is a Flagrant 2 podcast. They do say a lot of inappropriate things. So they said they did call and ask for some stuff to be taken out, and they didn't ask for that to be taken out, which is also just like, I watched 20 minutes and I'm trying to tell you all the stuff I saw. So it was just crazy. It was just like, how much did you lay into black people while Alex, black and Spanish ass, was sitting there, Akash's brown ass was sitting there letting it ride. I think Akash threw out the first joke too about black women, which I don't like either. Yeah, it's also like, how many black women have y'all dated? Okay. That's the thing. You say these things because you haven't experienced black women like that. You're not in the culture like that. Okay. I said this before. James and Fuhad are the UK blacks. So them coming here saying there's no baddies in Atlanta was crazy. So yeah, it's just a bunch of people outside of our culture talking about insulting our culture with jokes. So yeah, black women are laying into them. Andrew Schulz did not really apologize. He said he's not apologizing for jokes, and basically called James and Fuhad pussies, which is it's manly to apologize. It's manly to accept accountability. It's manly to say, hey, I had a slip up. I was trying to do this. Now, the reason as a white man you don't always have to apologize, because there's a whole white world that you can always be in and be protected and be supported. Okay? James and Fuhad don't have that luxury. All right? So Andrew will be fine. He does not have to apologize. Yeah. Even though he does work with Charlamagne in black media. With a black woman, Taylor. So I hope she checks him. But yeah, the consequences are deeper. I mean, I listen to Brilliant Idiots sometimes, Flicker 2, sometimes not as much now. Before this even happened. Andrew was hyped to learn the word heifer, right? That's been in our community for years. Like a month. I forgot how long ago, but it was in this past year. He was just hyped to be saying the word heifer. So he's like studying and learning our culture and trying to make jokes about it. It's annoying. It's annoying. You went down the wrong road. You stepped outside of your bounds. So back that ass up. And then he said something else stupid, like black Americans complain about America, but then they rap America when they go outside of it. Never heard that before. Okay, we've discussed this. You can complain about where you are and still be proud of where you're from. Okay? I have complaints about my family. I have complaints about how I'm treated. I'm not saying specifically me, but I'm just saying as an example. You can have complaints about your family. You can complain about how your family's treating you. And you can also love your family and respect your family and say, hey, nobody can talk about my family. Okay? So that was also ignorant. It's just like, stop telling black people how to be and who they are. Okay? You're a guest. So, yeah, I'm watching the clips here and here. The TikTok girlies are going in. You know, black women, they deal with this every day. So they're going to go into a deep dive into that. I think one of my favorite podcasts hosts is going to talk about it. But yeah, that was my perspective on it. Okay? You're smart enough to know the double standard. You're a New York comic. You have all types of influences and cultures that we deal with. and you knew what you were doing. You knew who you could play with, and you know, you didn't handle it the best way. But you have a following. You will be fine. You know, like I said before, a lot of comics have started to lean right and gone into the I'ma just say whatever I want and I can just talk about black people however I want. Instead of maybe accepting some correction and doing things a little bit differently and making your pen better. Okay? Some people got in. What do they say? Grandfathered in. But if they didn't get in that certain time, they might not have a career. Because your joke writing is lame. It's easy. It's predictable. So yeah, if you want to go watch it, the episode's from 2 months ago, by the way. So I don't know who picked that up. That's why how everything circulates on the internet. Everything you say on the internet comes back around, Amber Rose. But yeah, I don't know what's up with Andrew. But yeah, he had a lot of black jokes that were weak and offensive. Jokes can be offensive. You can't just say anything to be funny. Okay? Water cooler racist jokes are offensive. Okay. So that's that. Real quick, Shohei Ohtani goes 50 for 50 steals, 50 home runs. Shout out to him. I guess it was worth his friend going to jail. He's worth every penny. Okay. I don't know. He might be the first billionaire in baseball, but he's living up to the expectations. It's kind of like the Japanese LeBron out here. He can't be stopped. So shout out to him, man. Congratulations. And that's the podcast. Okay, fun podcast today. Excuse me. We just burped at the end of the pod. That's how you know it's over. When your stomach's like it's over, your throat is like it's over. Pause. Thanks for listening, man. I hope you have a great day. We do this, or I do this. I'm doing this alone. This is the most elementary setup ever, but we're having fun with it. People are enjoying it. Every Friday, podcast should be up by 2 p.m. Thanks so much for listening. I am comedian Royce Wynn. Have a great day. Bye.